So, finished eating. That was nice. Well, I have a little project. I will see if I can make as fast as possible. It's pretty cool if I can get it to work. So, what I've been working on is this wonder there. Some of you might know what it is, some might not. But it's a traditional Scandinavian fire. I heard that some Indians should also have used them in their teepees and so on. I don't know. But of course we were also in Americas long time before Christopher Columbus, so maybe they learned it from us. Who knows? But anyway, this is what they look like. I've been chopping them with the small axe. The little F5 here, and it doesn't take that long actually to do it. And then I just put them on top of each other to see if they're lying still or not tipping over or something like that, and it doesn't. So I will collect some birch bark and some spruce twigs and use some of this chips and put it on this log and whatever. I'll show you that as soon as possible, but it's a good fire for all night. Not that I will need it with the sleeping bag, but it's just nice with a fire, and it's a funny fire to make, and also it's a good low profile fire. It gives a lot of heat for a long time, and radiates out to the sides, of course. So the good thing is that it's a low profile fire. It keeps burning for a long time and generates quite a lot of heat. And what's the last good thing? Yeah, it doesn't generate sparks even it's pine. It's best with pine or spruce or something like that. I haven't tried it on with other types of wood. I think it's good that they have some resin in it and so on. Well, I'll get cracking and get back to you as fast as possible because it's getting dark. So here's a little mix of birch bark, twigs and some of the chips. I will add some more, but now I have to work on the supports, because if you just put it on top of it and start burning, it will of course tip over, and there's different ways to secure it, but yeah, I will crack on with it and hopefully light it in a few minutes. So as you can see here in the darkness, now the cut side is down there, and I attached a little piece of paracord here, and I'll attach the camera and show you why. I have to have something to keep it in check, to keep it fixed. And you can lift it in this and you can see it's perfectly balanced. I actually measured it out, and it's purely on just on the eye. And I would attach it to this pole over there. Let's see how it goes. It's a little tricky. Getting pretty dark. Anyway, you can see here, I put some stakes here, some stakes over there. They're of course not very deep. And the long branch there, with the paracord there, and the heat should of course not burn the paracord, but let's try and light it up. I don't know if it's gonna work. It's a very short, took me like less than an hour. So I'll get back to you when I'm done. I had to pack it with some fat wood. But it's still too early to say if it's gonna work or not. But let's see, I hope it's gonna work. It looks like I got it, but nothing is certain yet. But anyway, when it works, then this is how you do it. Or this is what it's supposed to look like. Problem was that everything was very, very damp and wet. And I'm not too sure about the two big logs. But they seem to be alright. But they were not from a standing, they were from when I was laying on across a rock, so it was not from the ground anyway. Let's look on the other side. But it has catched on a little bit uneven. But I'll get back to you later. But it's going sort of alright. The ends are not lit that good, and it's very important. But let's see tomorrow what it looks like. So I displaced the logs a little bit, as you can see, and now it's going much better. This is more or less what it's supposed to look like, but still not perfect. Let's see in the morning. An interesting observation. Even the fire over there, so far from the shelter, you can see it actually heats it up here, but not down there. Everywhere here there's small drops of water, and also on the other side. So it sends out some heat. Very nice, just brought the pieces together and they catched on with no manipulation whatsoever. Cool. So let me try and give you a fast explanation on how to make this fire and why it failed a little bit on me, not too bad though. And what this is stick here is doing and all this stuff. But anyway, it was a little bit dark last night, but you could see how I chopped the two logs up and stacked them on top of each other. Then on the one log you have down here, you of course put a lot of birch bark and spruce twigs and a good layer of like 5-8 centimeters thickness. And you can also use some of your chips and so on. Well, first birch bark, spruce twigs and so on, finer and thicker ones, and some of your chips on top in a thick layer, all as even as possible. That should do the trick. What you want to do with this one here is that you will hang it either from a cut off branch, or you can take if you have a branch here, you can cut it off here and hang the branch from this. If you understand what I mean. I just used cordage or paracord to have it hanging up here. But you can leave a branch also. Of course, important that it's relatively well balanced. I managed to balance it really well. That's what I'm really happy about. But anyway, these ones come in later. You can see the ground here is not very deep, but they are just meant as a support. But while you have it hanging here, the layer should not be compressed. And what happened for me yesterday was that even I had it up, I had it hanging. I think it was sagging down a little bit, uh, compressing the combustion layer too much. If I've noticed that, I could have put in a fork and just kept it there. But while it's hanging in the hanging free, so to speak, not compressing the layer, you will ignite the layer and just wait until the two logs have caught on, so to speak, and then you just release it from this one, and then it will be guided by these 4 sticks here. This one was actually over there, but and then it will just burn its way down. And what I mean about it's that it's a low signature fire. Is that of course in the beginning there will be lots of flames and stuff, but when it catches on and you put the log down, it will burn out through the sides, and it throws out a lot of heat this direction here. I was sitting over there this night when I woke up freezing as hell from the sleeping system, and I could feel the heat over there. That's 2 meters, and the whole area here was actually heated up, so it generates a really good heat. You can of course make it a little bit longer, but you can sleep really close to it. Like I say, from this distance here, you'll be really cozy warm, and it will last all night, and it does not throw any sparks or anything. Just make sure that the top log will not roll down on you. That's very important. But when it burns like it has to burn, it will not of course generate smoke and a little bit of light and so on, but it will not light up the trees and everything like a normal fire. So that's pretty cool. It took me about 1.5 hours to make everything, and that's pretty good for a fire that lasts this long. I mean, I could not imagine the amount of firewood I would be needing to keep a regular fire going. Up until now it must be about, yeah, it's most likely plus 18 hours since I made this fire. So it's well worth the work compared to harvesting, especially in the winter, compared to harvesting a huge pile of firewood. So I don't know, I'll try and look up what you call it in English, but yeah, I don't know. But this is a really good fire. And it doesn't take that, it takes some time to make it, but it also takes a lot of time to make an all-night fire with in the normal way. So I think it's actually well worth it and very time consuming. And I actually found out you can actually cook from it. You just hang your pots right on top of the crevice there where the heat escapes, and it will heat up your cooking equipment really fast actually. So that's the Scandinavian fire. I don't know what to call it actually. A small thing I just forgot to mention about this fire is these sticks here, the corner supports, they of course have to be made from fresh wood. Otherwise they will burn. You see, they have not burned a lot, a little bit.